seriously planning your first day of school, even the bravest veterans on the front lines often still find the very first day pretty nerve-wracking, with good reason. With our 10 simple steps and powerful ideas for your first day of school, you'll feel even more confident and ace those crucial hours at the beginning of the school year. Preparation beforehand. Number 1, seating chart. Speak with last year's teacher for each of your students to find out how to create the best seating arrangement in your room. The toughest students in the corners or by the walls, and separate each of the talkers with quieter students. Number 2, name cards. Not only do name cards give your students a clear sense of your expectations, but they know right away who's in charge of your classroom. Better yet, when asking a question or thanking someone for being responsible, you have the ability to call the student out by name. Knowing some of the students' names on the first day is a powerful idea for them to know that you are the leader in the classroom. Some of my colleagues would buy nice laminated labels from the store. I personally prefer folding a white computer paper in half lengthwise, tape it to the desk to face the entrance, and write the student's first and last name on it. It's cheap, easy, and effective. Supplies. Number 3. Student supplies, whatever consumable materials, workbooks, and the like your students will be using the first day should be put into their desks before. Handing out materials during class time will disrupt the flow of your classroom, and downtime is never good. Trust me, I've been there. Letting them know at the beginning that you will take a few minutes before recess to discuss other supply questions will prevent most of the issues like, where do we put our folders? And are we going to be using 2 notebooks this year? Better yet, spin those statements around by asking the class how they will think you'll answer that. Give the student who answers it a point for listening to what you said earlier about discussing it before recess. Positively reinforcing listening and remembering instructions saves you from repeating words down the road. Teacher supplies. Having everything you need ready to go waiting for you in sequential order in your teacher's desk. It's really important. The first worksheet on top, followed by the next sheet, and so on. Don't rely on anyone else to bring you the materials on your first day. There is too much excitement at the copy center, the lead teacher of your grade, administrators to remember anything that you need that you might have asked for earlier in the year. Especially for the first day of school, your classroom is an island which cannot rely on receiving imported goods and materials from outside. On day 1, you're either holding onto the worksheet or it's not there. Number 4, practice makes permanent. After acting out my first day lessons enough times I could probably do it in my sleep, I still physically go through the motions and walk through the first 10-15 minutes of the lesson in my classroom the day before the students arrive. Yes, I actually welcome them to 4th grade, praise them for reading quietly in class, pretend to hand out the worksheets, and all of that helps calm my nerves, but also double checks for any last-minute kinks which need to be worked out. Number 5.
Judgment Day.
Jump right in. Don't speak more than just a sentence or 2. Good morning, welcome to 4th grade. Today is Monday, and therefore we will begin the day with Dear. I will call each row at a time to quickly and quietly take a book from the class library and return to their seats. Other teachers might disagree, but I don't think that you necessarily even have to say your name in the first moments. Getting the students started immediately gives them the sense that your class requires focus and determination. Number 6, positive reinforcement. Thank each part of the class for getting their Dear books quickly. Those boys or girls that are reading quietly, and those that are being patient while they're waiting for their row to be called on. It's also time to start writing tallies on the board while saying how much you appreciate that row is doing what they're supposed to be doing. They don't know what the tally is for yet, but they know they want to get more of them. One of our upcoming videos will explain the tally chart for keeping the entire class working quietly and on task with positive reinforcement. On to number 7. Provide clear expectations and procedures. Thank you for reading so quietly. I will be handing out papers to the front of each row to complete after Dear is over. Please take one paper and pass the rest back. And thank you for not starting the sheet until Dear is over. I normally give an About Me worksheet linked in the description below, and it's pretty self-explanatory so kids don't have to ask many questions. After a couple minutes, I'll tell them they have about a minute left to read it. If you don't finish, that's okay. Just do the best you can to complete the page, and I'll call on individual rows one by one to hand in their sheets in the green bin for finished work. As I go through the first day PowerPoints linked in the description below as well, I explain my expectations for raising hands before speaking, waiting patiently and quietly while another student is talking, and reward the class with another tally We're just thanking them for being so respectful to one another while we go through the PowerPoints. The procedures for how to line up for recess, walk in the hall, returning from recess are all really important parts of the day, but they deserve their own video, which we will hopefully be coming out with soon. Number 8. Get the toughest students to buy in. Using the tally system, find reasons to thank those tougher students for getting something, either being responsible, getting their materials, asking questions that they know that they can accurately answer. Like, before I ask you to turn in the worksheets, can someone tell me where you think I might have you place them, one row at a time? At least the first day of school, even the toughest students are hopefully raising their hands and hoping that you call on them. If they have the right answer, give them a point. If not, give them a point for raising their hand quietly and giving it a great try, and then tell them that they're tied for most in the class in your tally chart. Those students especially want to feel special in the class. And if they feel unique for doing a great job, they might not need to resort to other things during class to feel different. Number 9, worksheets. One worksheet my students complete on the first day of school is the basic personal information like their full name, their preferred name, address, favorite hobbies, favorite subjects in school. The second sheet is a math inventory test, which I preface saying they shouldn't be too nervous about. They're not being graded on the sheet, it's just to let me know how much math they're coming in knowledge-wise, so I could better understand how to teach them in the upcoming year. Personally, more important than knowing where they're holding in math, since I already know the weaker and stronger students from speaking with their previous teacher, is clearly explaining the expectations on how to complete a test in an organized way. My preferences for where they should place their answers, and how to work quietly and ask questions. Even what to do when they're done, like double checking their work and reading a book or quietly working on an early finisher packet. All of those procedures are crucial to lay down at the beginning of the school year. Because if you don't tell your students your expectations, they're going to come up with alternatives and creative ways which might throw off the balance of your classroom. Number 10. Backup plan. Disaster strikes and something is not working as you originally planned. You know, there was one day my class projector did not work.
Houston, we have a problem here.
Now we have a perfect 4th grade lesson in problem and solution. Get the students to guess the problem and offer solutions. Even write the answers on the board while giving each student tally points for creative ideas. All while you're praying that unplugging and plugging back in every single electric wire in the room turns the projector back on. For this reason, I make sure to have a handful of copies of emergency fund math sheets sitting in the bottom of my closet. We hope these 10 tried and proven ideas will give you more confidence and make your first day of school even better. Please let us know in the comment section below if you have any other great ideas that you use on your first day of school with your class. Looking forward to hearing from you. Please feel free to support our growing teacher community by subscribing and sharing your own comments, insights, and questions. Thank you for joining us to help make all of our students around the world become the best they can be.